how could such a flawed man with such a flawed character accomplish so much? If you think about his story, he was amazing. I mean, he comes back from war in 1946, and nobody knows his name, except for a few of the burghers back in Orange County, who decide that, you know, we get some young serviceman, and he'll be the sacrificial goat against this 6-term New Deal Democratic Congressman Jerry Voorhis. And Nixon goes out, and the governor doesn't know him, the 2 senators don't know him, Los Angeles Times has no idea who he is, and he wins that race. In 6 years, he's vice president of the United States. It's an astonishing meteoric rise, and then 8 years after that, he's running for president. So he was smart, he was shrewd, he had that great ability, I think, to, as I said, to recognize the grievance in his audience, see it in himself, and then make that connection because they shared it. It might not have been over the same thing, but that sort of feeling of resentment. When he did focus his mind on something like what he called his structure of peace, and he used to do this. He used to hold up his hand and he used to say, United States, Russia, China, Japan, Europe. That's the structure of peace. That's the world. That's the way we keep the peace for, again, he said 20 years, and we've kept it for 50. So he did have vision, amazing resilience. I mean, to come back, as many knocks, almost dumped from the ticket by Eisenhower, comes back, loses to Kennedy, comes back, loses the '62 election, makes the greatest political comeback ever, and gets elected by 113,000 votes. I'm sorry, 500,000 votes, and then goes on and wins one of the greatest landslides ever. Plummets again in Watergate, and reaches some kind of uneasy peace with himself, enough that people give him credit as an elder statesman in his later years. But there was just no holding him down. He just had that amazing grit